Hey Sunflowers, I'm Lynnie with Sunflower Spirit Tarot, and I am here with a love and romance reading. The significant signs for this reading are going to be Leo, Aquarius, Cancer, and Capricorn. You may not have that in your chart, and this may still resonate, but for those of you who do have those placements, it might hit you a little bit harder. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become an official Sunflower. And to all of my returning Sunflowers, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you, and I'm honored for another opportunity to read for you. I hope that this message resonates, and I hope that it gives you the comfort, confirmation, clarity, whatever it is that you're looking for at this time. Okay, I see you wanting closure on a relationship that had very significant value to you. Okay, I feel like this relationship ended on really, really, really bad terms. Okay, somebody felt totally, completely, and utterly betrayed. Okay, and somebody is in a position to want to make amends. Okay, I am not going to sit here and sugarcoat it and tell you what you want to hear, that this person is now reformed and that they want the absolute best for you. What I will say is that I think that this person may reemerge or want to be a part of your life again simply because they feel so guilty for what they did, or they have a lot of remorse for what happened in the past, and they want to know if you can forgive them so that they can forgive themselves. And they feel like the only way for you to actually show that you have truly forgiven them and truly allowed them to move on from the hurt they caused you is for you to be in romantic relationship with them again. I see them selling you a dream. I see them selling you a fantasy, especially at this point in time where all you want to do is move on. It's almost like this person can like intuitively or energetically sense that you are now at the point where you're like, okay, I'm ready for closure. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to start this part of my life. I'm ready to leave this person behind. They can feel you doing that. They can feel you leaving them behind. And it's almost like this energetic tug of war. Like you're walking this way and it's like pulling them, right? So it's getting their attention energetically that you're no longer interested in like any kind of reconciliation. You don't want to build this bridge again. You don't want to go back through this hurt again. You don't want to deal with this pain again. But this person is not going to let you rest comfortably. This person is not going to let you go without a fight. I would say that their desire to be in relationship with you again is only their desire to like ease their guilt or ease the regret or ease something, make them feel better about themselves. It's not to say that this person has changed. It's not to say that they won't do what they have already done to hurt you. It's not to say that they're not the same person. This person hasn't undergone some massive transformation. This person hasn't gone through some, spiritual awakening where now they understand everything that they did and they just want to make it right. This person wants you to make them feel better. Okay, that's all they want from you. And I just feel like you are so emotionally unsatisfied with this relationship that you're not willing to give it another opportunity, that you're not willing to allow this person back in. And I feel like if you're watching this reading, it's because you need to know like if you're making the right decision by walking away from this person. And I would say 100%. 100% absolutely yes. Let's talk about the Ten of Swords here. Why is the Ten of Swords here? We have the Hierophant. This person broke a promise to you or broke a commitment to you. And I don't mean like broke a promise to you like they said they would take you out on Thursday and they didn't take you out on Thursday. No, I mean like they broke some sort of covenant in your relationship, totally disrespected it, right? If you were supposed to be in a situation with this person, like they completely destroyed your trust. I'm not sure if you were married and you went through a divorce and it was a very painful divorce. For some of you, that is the case. Like you went through a really painful divorce with this person. And now that the process is over and complete and everything is kind of like, okay, we're officially divorced now. All of a sudden now they want to come back because they know what it is to live without you. And the guilt is eating them alive. And I would say, let it. Okay. I just feel like this person showed you that they weren't truly invested, that they took this relationship for granted, that they didn't appreciate you or what you brought to the table, because whatever happened between you guys, it would have never happened if they respected you, if they appreciated you, if they understood the value of their relationship with you. Whatever they did to betray you, to hurt you, to completely devastate you, it would have never happened ever. And I understand like some people might say, well, you can cheat on somebody and still love them, or you can betray somebody, you can lie to somebody, and you can do these hurtful things to somebody and completely destroy them and still love them. How does that make sense? How could you possibly love somebody and drag them through the mud How could you possibly love somebody and lie to them, betray them, intentionally manipulate and deceive them? How could you love somebody and do those things at the same time? I don't understand that. And I feel like you are coming to the place where you're like, I don't get that either. Maybe there was a time where you kind of like this unhealthy, toxic love dynamic, but the time for that is over. I see you completely shutting your heart down to this person because you're listening to your intuition. And you understand that in a real loving relationship, in a real loving partnership, nobody would ever do that to you. Nobody would ever take you for granted. Nobody would ever break the covenants or the promises or the commitments that they've made to you. They violated you. They violated you. They violated the promises, the commitments. And you're like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like that didn't happen simply because you want to feel better about yourself. Let's clarify the Two of Swords here. Yeah, we have the Judgment card and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you don't have any bad blood. Like, my thing is, like, you see, you're coming up as a very mature person, as a very secure person, as somebody who understands, like, you're not taking it personal anymore. You already felt the worst of this pain, okay? You've already felt the worst of this breakup, the worst of this divorce. You've moved through those heavier, those darker, those terrible emotions onto the other side. And now you realize that you don't have to blame yourself. You don't have to feel guilty about the ending of this relationship. You don't have to feel any kind of way. You can understand now that that's who they are. What they did to you is a reflection of who they are, not who you are, or not a reflection of your value either. You understand that it's important for you to make really good decisions. You don't have to be hateful to this person. You don't have to be mean to this person. You don't have to be unkind to this person. You can be cordial, especially if you guys co-parent. You can be cordial, but you don't want anything else to do with them. As far as a romantic relationship, you feel like the past is the past. We need to let sleeping dogs lie. You did what you did. And now you'll never get another opportunity to be next to me. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel you feel right now. Let's talk about the Seven of Swords. This person might really be in a position to need you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might be in a position to really need you. There's something or some sort of role or some sort of kind of support that you are performing for this person that they feel like they really, really need from you right now that they're not getting. And I feel like this relationship has probably been all about them. What they need, how they feel, what they think, what they want. And you were willing to pour into this person as long as you feel like they wouldn't do you wrong. And then they did you wrong because they thought you would never leave. They thought you would never walk away. They thought you loved them so much they could play in your face time and time again, and you would never say, okay, enough is enough, but you did. I feel like there's more revelations to come with this Tower card coming out, because this is coming out in the future energy. You found out something about this person. I don't know what they did. It's not showing me what they did. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. It's not showing me what they did, but it's showing me how much pain it caused. That's what I can see. And so just based on how much pain it caused, I can see that this is a situation where this completely changed how you even saw this person, your perspective on this person. So maybe they weren't the best partner. Maybe they made mistakes. Maybe they were disappointing sometimes. Like, they didn't always come through for you, or they just didn't always show up for you or support you in the way that you needed to. But then on top of that, not only were they a mediocre partner, they decided to go out of their way to hurt you, to cause you pain, to traumatize you, essentially. That's what this looks like. And I feel like you're not done discovering information about what happened. I think Spirit is going to, either the situation that y'all have already had, either Spirit is going to show you more information about that situation, or you're going to find out something totally different that is either similar to what you've already been through with this person, or similar to the way that they've already betrayed you or lied to you or hurt you. It's another situation. And intuitively, you already knew that this was going to happen. You just felt like maybe that's not everything. Maybe everything's not out yet. Everything will come out, because I think that the universe wants you to remember who this person showed you they are. Okay. And I think that the universe wants to keep you away from this person. So if you even consider for even a second giving this person another opportunity, Spirit will show you exactly why you shouldn't do that. Okay. Let's clarify the Devil here. Oh, okay. Got cards flying. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Nine of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this person is going to put a lot of pressure on you to make a choice. Okay, so this is how they're going to come back in. Y'all may have been talking here and there. They might have been trying to get your attention for a little while, but there's going to be a situation that comes up in the immediate future. Okay, and what's going to happen is they're going to offer you something, maybe something that you've always wanted, something that they feel like you cannot resist, something that they feel like would be the ultimate wish fulfillment when it came to your relationship with them. Okay. And it might be something that they make you feel like you have to act on now. They might even try to give you an ultimatum. Okay. They might be so frustrated trying to get your attention, trying to get you to be in romantic relationship with them again, trying to get you to trust them again, or just look past all of the truth that was revealed to you by offering you something, dangling the carrot in front of your face. Like, let's say, this is an example. This doesn't have to be exactly your story, but let's say you were with this person for a really long time. And it was a long enough time for you guys to have already been married or something. And you always wanted marriage, and this person always put it off or put it off or put it off. They're going to offer you marriage, right? They're going to offer you the thing that you have always wanted within this relationship, just to get you back, just to tempt you back into opening your heart to them again. And then something is going to explode, okay? Or either this is going to be the realization that you have, right? You're going to watch this reading. This is going to come to pass. And you're going to be like, oh, they're only offering me that simply because they want me back, simply because they want me to give them another opportunity, simply because they're trying to tempt me into opening my heart to them again. And they're going to do it in the form of an ultimatum. They're going to say, you know what? I'm done chasing you. I'm done chasing you. I'm done pursuing you. I'm done trying to get your attention. Do you want to get married to me or not? And if you don't want to marry me right now, then I'll never talk to you again, because they think that they can throw their weight around like that. They think that they still have you like that. Even though you haven't even been giving them no play, you haven't been giving them any attention, you haven't been feeding into their ego, they're gonna try one last thing to try and force you into a situation with them. They're going to give you this ultimatum: either you marry me or we never talk again, right? You wanted to get married, right? That's the whole problem. We can get married, and then whatever I did to you, I would never do it again, right? Because then we're married. They're going to use that as an excuse. Like, we weren't married, so I did what I did. But if you come back, we can get married, and everything will be perfect, and everything will be like it was or like it should have been. They're going to try to buy you gifts and do things for you and show up for you in ways that they did not have the foresight or the maturity to do it within the relationship. How come all of a sudden, now that you don't want them, they're capable of doing all of these things and offering you these things? How come now all of a sudden? And it may not be marriage for all of you. It could be different things, right? It could be different things that they're offering you. Be careful what kind of gifts you accept from this person. Be careful if you accept anything from this person, because if you accept something from this person, that sets off a thing in their brain that they still have an opportunity with you, and they shouldn't stop trying, that they should continue to persist and keep trying. What is the most hurtful thing to me is that they could put you through the ringer. They could drag you through the mud. They could destroy you. They could devastate you, and still think that it's their right to put an ultimatum on you, or to tell you what you're going to do and what you're not going to do, and force you into a situation where you feel like you don't have any other options or any other choices. Luckily for you, you've healed past the point where you feel like this person is your end all be all. You've healed past the point where you feel like this person deserves a spot in your future. And you've healed past the point where you think that this person has anything valid to offer you, because they've lied to you, they've manipulated you, they've deceived you in the past. And you personally might feel like this person, there's no trick that you have not seen. Okay. They're going to pull out all the stops just to get your attention and just to try and get you to open your heart back up to them. And I would just say to that, don't ever forget what they showed you. Don't ever forget what they did to you. Don't ever forget how they hurt you. Am I saying that you shouldn't forgive? No, but forgiveness does not require access. Just because you forgive this person or on a path to forgiveness with this person does not mean that you need to heal this. They're going to offer you everything that you've ever wanted. They're going to pretend like you guys can now be this happy partnership, this happy relationship, this happy family, whatever it is, just to lure you back into some sort of false sense of security, so that they can continue getting whatever it is that they need from you, or getting their needs met from you, without offering you anything real or tangible. Like, let's say you do get back with this person and they were offering you marriage like a dangling carrot. You're not getting married. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get married. They just want to put you back in a position where they have you under their control. And I feel like you see it, you understand it, and Spirit is going to make sure that this is not a path that you want to walk down again. You might be tempted because you love this person. You might have different feelings and different emotions that come into play. But I think at the end of the day, this person hurt you so bad and put you in such a terrible position that you could never fully trust them again, and you could never fully open your heart to them again. And is that the kind of relationship that you want to be in? This is what I have for you guys. I hope that this was helpful or enlightening in some way. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will be with you next time.